Hey, thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about some of the things that I want to focus on with this particular channel. And what better to do than to look at some toys while I'm talking. So I'll be talking about reviews that I'll be doing and some updates and or maybe even changes to the channel. So a good place, let's start with the Mumra that you see in front of you. This is the Big Bad Toy Store Glow in the Dark exclusive. I've reviewed the Super 7 version of this, but I will do a walkthrough version of this guy at some point. It'll be a relatively quick review, as the only difference here is that this figure and its accessories glow in the dark. Now, with this particular figure, I already reviewed, but the foot on mine broke. I wasn't able to find this in store, but I did find one on eBay. It did not come with the shredder or crane, which I don't need anyway, but I do have an Android body, and it was for a decent enough price. So let's start with some of the updates to the channel and some of the things that I'm going to be focusing on. So some of the things that I'm going to be focusing on, I want to get more into the 5 reasons you should and shouldn't collect from this particular company. I did it already with Storm Collectibles. I want to focus on either Bandai or Hot Toys next. So that video should be coming relatively soon. I want to say maybe, if not the tail end of February, definitely for March. So here is another Locust which I picked up. This is actually my 3rd one. For those of you that watched my review on this guy, great figure, good price point. I told you then, if you're interested in it, you need to pick them up, as now I can't find any more for retail price. Originally at retail for about $65. I'm seeing them now for $90. So if you were thinking about getting this, and if you're able to find it for retail, make sure that you pick it up quickly because the price is increasing. I also want to do more comparison videos. Hot Toys versus Mezco, Super 7 versus NECA. Just to give collectors an idea, if you don't have money to buy both figures, which one you should invest in. Let me move this back a little bit. Now, I had the Wave 1 to these guys. I didn't get a chance to review them, as I just was focused on some other things at the time. But the Wave 2, I will certainly review. 4 figures in total. Don't know which figures I will review first, but I will do at least 2 of the figures. Slide this back a little bit. I would love to do all 4 at the same time, but as long as it takes me to do reviews, I'll end up reviewing. It'll take me over an hour to do it, so I'm gonna pass on that and just do 2 at a time. Which 2, I don't know. Now, I don't consider myself an inbox collector, though these are some figures to display inbox. They actually look great. The window is open. You see nearly all of the accessories, the complete figure. So for you inbox collectors, this may be something that you want to pick up. Just opening the additional boxes just to show you how it looks in the figures inside. And I already damaged this box. It didn't come this way. I pulled off the slipcover and ripped it. But I'm not concerned about that, as I'm going to be opening these figures. And the 4th figure to show, I think I forgot who it is. No, I didn't. It's the Shredder. Always weird that this figure came without a shirt on, because he did not look like that in the cartoon. But some real cool figures from Super 7. Took a while to come out, but here they are. So let's move those out the way, set these guys up for a minute, and let's talk about probably one of the next videos that I'm going to do, which is going to be my best of the year. Not comparing that to my top 12, but just talking about best YouTube channel, best anime. If I was into video games last year, I would say best video game, but just the overall best of a lot of different things. So, very excited to have this, even though this isn't mine. I'm actually collecting this wave for my son. So these figures just came in. Super excited that they're no longer Walmart exclusives, as now they're attainable. I just went online, purchased them, and they came. And at this point in my collecting years, I'm not looking for the hunt. I just want to find the figures. So having them shipped to me, That works well for me. I'm also considering doing reviews of older figures that I have. For example, some Storm collectibles, not this one in particular, but this is a new purchase, the Mortal Kombat sector. And I could have had this guy, but I just waited until the price was right, and the price was right. It was $50, shipping was $10, but still got the figure for $65. That's the cheapest that I can find him used, new, or anything in between. So being that I've already reviewed Rain, and I think Cyrax is the yellow one, I'll probably do a walkthrough review of this one, just really talking about the design and accessories. But yeah, I'm thinking about going back, doing some of my older Storm collectible characters, such as Zangief, Chun-Li, and Bison. Those are all cool figures, none of which I think I reviewed. And I know right now they're expensive on the aftermarket. So for you collectors who are thinking about possibly grabbing those figures, maybe looking at a review won't hurt. And just managed to get these guys. No, I did not find them in store. These were sent by a buddy of mine, Marvelous Shot. I'll put his information down in the link below if you're interested in buying action figures. He has a website. You can contact him on Instagram. Know that the action figures that you're buying aren't the same. They're not going to be the same price that you find them in store, because he has to pay in-store price for them. Then he has to turn around and ship them. And he looks to gain a small profit. So expect to pay a little bit more. These were well worth it, as I could not find these figures. Shipping is super fair. Thank you, buddy, for these. Can't wait to open them. No idea if I'm going to review these. I was supposed to review the other Triceratrons. I think I actually started the review, but just didn't finish it. So you can let me know if you're interested in any of those reviews. Actually, what you can let me know, everything that I'm going to show today, the first one who comments on what they want to see me interview, I'll actually interview that figure. And the next update to the channel, I want to start reviewing things that I typically don't review. This is my first Mafex or Mafex. I think it's Mafex, but I like the way Mafex sounds. So this is my first figure from them. I'll absolutely be reviewing this one. $100 6 cent Superman, super expensive, looks good in box. We'll see if he's worth it. And speaking of Superman, I just got the Mezco exclusives in. If you're asking why I have two, my intention was to pair one with the Hulk. Maybe I'll get a custom Lou Ferrigno head. And the other one I can squeeze in my Justice League or alternate Superman's display. But I don't know if this is the figure that I want two of. If you're wondering why the 10 is missing, my son took it. Who knows where it is. But I'll definitely be reviewing this. And I want to review more Mezco. And I'm thinking about going back and reviewing some older figures that I have, because I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this line. I'm not sure if I'm going to go out of my way to collect Mezco. And I'll talk about that on another video. All right, let's get these out of the way. And more into things that I don't review. I have quite the Dragon Ball collection, but I really don't get around to reviewing these guys. So I think I want to include more Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z reviews on this channel. It's just making the time to get it done, as I don't post a lot of videos, and the ones that I do are typically Storm collectible heavy, as that's a line that I really focus on. So another video that I'll be doing relatively soon as well is my worst of the year list. I did not do a top 10 or top 12 worst of figures. I'm just going to do an overall worst of the year, and that will be worst toy company, worst or least valued action figure, things along that line. So these Mezco figures, these Super 7 figures really come packed pretty well. And I do like the look of this box. I'm pretty sure I will be reviewing these figures. But again, it's about timing, making the time to get it done. And priority action figures that I want to review. Don't worry, they're coming. They're coming. Fit on them out the box. And sometimes what stops me with reviews too, I have figures for so long, I'm just so late to get around to them. And when I finally do get around to them, I'm like, I already have too much new stuff to review. So hopefully I can get to some of this stuff that I'm showing before the end of this week. I think I have a video that I haven't posted as of yet. I'll check. If that's the case, I'll see if I can put that up tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so Thursday. So this figure here is the one that I'm definitely most hyped about. The James Earl Jones Tulsa Doom character. The Conan, yeah, that doesn't really look like Arnold to me. And the other two figures look good. So ending on, or getting close to my last two things that I'm going to show. And again with the Super 7 packaging, maybe if I had the space, possibly I would keep these in the box, or maybe keep the boxes, but I don't have the space, so the boxes will be going bye-bye. And here's something else that I think I initially started reviewing first on this channel, and then as time came, I stopped, and that would be Hot Toys. And I have a few Hot Toys that came in. I don't feel like going through all of those boxes, so we'll just show this one. Yeah, that was nearly a disaster. So this is the vintage color Boba Fett. Essentially all it is a money grab at Nostalgia, and they landed. They got me. So maybe I'll review this guy. For those of you that are purchasing some action figures to be long-time or long-term investments, this is probably one that you want to buy if you still can find it. And all right, moving to the last figure of the day. Let's get this open. Threezero, a company that I plan to invest heavily into this year. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. This is the Full Metal Alchemist Alphonse and Elric 2-pack deluxe version. Back this camera up some so you can see. Two figures that I wanted to definitely get in my review. Excuse me, I wanted to have these figures in hand before the end of the year so I could have added them to my possibly top 12. I think these figures are going to be extraordinary. I won't know as I haven't opened them as of yet, but it is too late for me to enter them in my top 12 as I've already done that video. So videos will follow, such as I think I have something that I've already working on, which is the Fuma for World Heroes. If I haven't posted that one already, that will be the next video that's up, as all that's needed is for me to edit it. Then the next video to come will be this one right here. This will be up at least by Thursday. And then from there, probably one of the two Supermans from Mafex and Mezco, my best of the year. Then probably a quick video like Sector or Mumra, being that I've already reviewed those characters. Then to follow maybe the Super 7 Turtles. Something along those lines. Like, I don't want to make promises as it is just not easy for me to find the time to shoot those videos. So again, the first person to comment which of these action figures you want to see reviewed first will be the first one that I review. Hey, thank you for sticking around for this video. Hope to see you during the next episode.